Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to this disaster here in Endless Space 2. So, in the last video, in the comments section, I got a bunch of comments that were like, hey SB, what happened? Did you have a stroke? Did you just like completely forget how system improvements work? Yeah, that is what happened. That's embarrassing. Basically what happened is, I had decided, like so conclusively, well, genomics is definitely what we're using to upgrade our system, that I guess I kind of thought, I don't know how this happened, but I kind of thought like, oh, I must have already said it. So I was looking at the menu, not finding it, and thinking that I had already set this up. So yeah, this is what we want to do. I don't think that dust makes any sense to take over industry. Obviously, you guys know at this point how I feel about industry. So this is important, but this is maybe more important. Let's throw this in here. And then upgrading this hopefully will open up a little bit of room for expansion in our ship. We are working on neural robotics really hard because I'm pushing hard for industry, but we really do need to get these planets settled as well, Arctic and Toxic. How far are we? Just right-clicked my way right back out of the menu. Arctic is up in this area. Right, yeah, it's right here. Toxic is maximized exploitation? No, because this is Ash. Oh, wait. I think Toxic's over here. That's right, because I keep making that joke about political action committees and Toxic. And, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is all third tier stuff. That's actually a real shame. Like, we did not get lucky with our home system. Alright. Now that I've remembered the basics of the game, let's get back to it. So we're bringing in essence from the survivors of our siege that we are hunting and killing.
The hive cares.
Okay. Not that I don't care what you're saying, but also I don't care what you're saying. Okay, this guy is, he's a bad guy too. So we have some good company. Perhaps we can crush the decent races of the universe between us. Alright, what do the polls look like? Religious and militaristic, you know? I think that sounds like us. Okay, so that did indeed open up 2 more population slots. That's good. And honestly, our food growth is such that this isn't really that bad. We're definitely not going to spend essence for population if we can get population this fast. And I know this isn't fast, but it's fast enough. We really desperately need to get another Ark online. Okay, so we have here energy weapons, projectile shields. So he has counterattacked us. That said, we have numbers. He's short range only. I mean, let's just hit him. Let's hit him and just try to stay at long range. Okay, that'll work. I'll take that. They're retreating to a place where they are totally boned. So his ships have 4 movement, and ours have 6. We could beat him to Bria, be there in defense mode when he gets there, and devour him. My concern is that I'm not 100% sure that leaving Adana unguarded is a great idea. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, I do think that all of the things that we're working on right now are important. Now it's my turn to retreat. Because, like, what's he gonna do? Come to our home system and fight us? I'd like to see him take the Archon.
Your actions threaten the hive.
Why do you think...
No fear.
Why do you think that it's okay to ask me for this? We just met. There's no reason for you to think that I like you. Okay. This has ended, which is a shame, because I do love a whole lot of free science. So these guys are all on the energy weapons, projectile shields, yeah. Okay, so we gotta go back to projectile weapons. Alright, and it's just bullets, right? Not... Torpedoes are powerful, certainly. Yeah. Let's just stick with the versatility. Wait. They have energy weapons and projectile shields? Hold on. Wait, did they half? They changed to be half effective against me? Yeah, we want energy weapons and energy shields, that's all. Yeah, so what am I reteching? I took off the bullet weapons, then I put them back on in the designer. Oh, because these guys are... I'm not looking... Yeah, that's right. This fleet is not all the same. This is what happens when I stop playing for 36 hours, you know? This morning's episode should have been this morning, but instead it was late because of the holiday. And that meant that even longer occurred between my recording sessions than usual, and apparently that's all it took for my brain to turn off completely. Okay, here we go. We caught him. It's interesting that his fleet cleared out. Now, you've never heard of him, but a mystical figure, Kalant Alcor, has recently passed away and begun his ascent up the divine ladder to another plane of existence. A religious bloc in your Senate demand that Alcor's passing be given a full state funeral, with 100,000 votive candles lit in every city, special monuments constructed that feature his idiosyncratic writings, and 3 days of empire-wide mourning. It'll be expensive, but Alcor was apparently a popular figure, and your population will be grateful. On the other hand, political models suggest that a rejection of the demand will boost scientific literacy, even if it is unpopular. After all, much of Alcor's writings concern the truth that worlds are flat, not round. Always one of those guys. Oh, and when it says unpopular, it doesn't mean we'll lose approval. It means we'll lose influence. We can boot 5 influence per turn for a couple of turns. I have no problem with that. Let us make some science. Alright, so I've been thinking a little bit about this. I think I probably screwed up by assigning this guy to the world so early. Like, there's probably a better way to keep this guy in charge of a fleet and get some more XP. Like, it's really important that we get to Infallible Authority, right? Infallible Authority is way less good for us than it is for most races because of our relatively low population, but it's still going to be really, really powerful. I think you definitely just, like, you want... Actually, hold up. What's our approval rating before I do this? 49%. So we could buy 20. Go to 69. I think 69 is the next tier. Nope, 69 is still content. We are now 1 point short of the next tier of approval ratings. So systemic oratory is a lot of influence in theory. It'd be a lot better if we had any temperate planets colonized. This isn't huge for us either, actually. Okay, this does a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get that built. We're still several turns off of having our next tier of things. But we are going to need all the influence, or all the industry, rather. Like, that's important, because it is very soon going to be the case that we're going to have to build a whole lot of warships. So, alright, let's just fling some probes here. So we're not too far off of pulling the next arc yet. This is an important world, or an important system. Obviously, Jovanis has that unique planet with the crazy output. Phytus at least has titanium, which we currently have no source of. Yeah, let's go ahead and support the militarists. I should maybe be a little bit careful with my public support. I definitely don't want to... well, I was going to say I don't want to run the religious party out of power, but actually, that would probably be fine, right? Okay. So if we respect the dead, get 10 approval. Okay. Events that are affecting our stuff keep ending, and so our empire stats keep changing. So maybe we don't need the approval. Plus 10% science isn't bad. 1 random tech is also good, though, and we could get really lucky with this. You know what? I'm going to roll the dice. Maybe we'll get a good random. Well, we don't have the industry to push for this. That's a lot of turns. Actually, that's really powerful. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's get an arc this turn, and then maybe an arc in the very near future after that. And once we have neural robotics, we have the ability to build some decent... or get some decent, what do you call it? Decent industry output. Then we really do need to look to settling more worlds within our systems. Alright, so we met a couple of new neutrals. Our income is all of a sudden in the toilet. What happened? We're still running both of these. Let's check and make sure those are the most sensible laws, because we have access to some new stuff, right? This will be good if the fighting gets a little bit more intense. I haven't been running this, but honestly, this doesn't seem bad. This is probably worth running. That one, not so much. Plus 5, I mean, it would be something. I don't know why we're suddenly losing so much when we're doing so well for a while. Military upkeep's high, obviously, but... there we go. I don't know why that took so many clicks. Okay, now we at least have a fully modern fleet here. And honestly, like... what is the upkeep on one of these? 7, so that's not really going to solve it. Oh, right, the reason we're losing dust is because I stopped our dust production. Okay, time for an arc. I do love that those only take 1 turn to make, though. And once we have more than one system, then it won't be such a big deal to convert all of our dust into essence. Alright, so let's run some praises out. This is a fairly expensive, but probably worth it. Get some resource income, get some, potentially some more essence. Because I do not know what we are doing. Oh, we should probably have the bottleneck defended. Okay, so with the new arc, our essence cap has risen. Wow, really? Look at this cluster of neutrals. This is weird. Alright, so what do we want first? Let's look at the worlds and the systems. Like, this one looks pretty good. It gives us access to a lot of luxuries. This world is not bad at all. Ash desert. Arctic barren. This is a much better Jadonics deposit. This one has ice as the worlds. There's a lot of science and stuff to be had out here, but I think we really need to try to next inhabit a system where we're going to be actually able to build things. That's not bad. 6 food, 7 industry with both of the early luxuries. That's not bad. But I think it's going to be this system. The tiny atoll world doesn't have a high population cap, but it has a pretty decent empire growth stats. Yeah, let's go that way. So I don't actually know where Blue's stuff is. After this guy hits this constellation, I'll send him down to, like, Osula maybe, and we'll probe out this way. But I don't know where the Riftborn actual, like, worlds are. I just know that they tried to take over stuff that was near us. Alright, so now the question is, do I push Alms, try to get to the next arc? I'm assuming the next arc will be more expensive. Yeah, it's always going to be the cap. That's very expensive. We can't run this for very long. I'm pretty torn, honestly. Holy Proliferation is far too expensive to be considerable. At least right now. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the best thing to do here is. This is still a point of science per population. It's a pretty poor payout for now, though. Yeah, I'm going to do a couple of turns of alms. Well, actually, next turn might be a good time to, like, switch back and build actual buildings. We'll do 1 turn of alms, and then we have some good and important buildings to construct. And we can start focusing on
Horatio's plans for this galaxy do not
an alliance, really?
meddling and rudeness.
It's considering offering me an alliance. I guess it's turn 64. It's definitely... There's been enough time for somebody to get deep enough in the tree to have alliance tech. It's just... I don't know. Seems crazy to me. Okay, so what's the thing we want here? We got vacuum protection, by the way. Not totally awesome. That's actually pretty interesting. Effectively more shielding over the course of a battle. I don't know. Anyway, so let's figure out what worlds we want most. Desert, ash are the things the things we can't inhabit in the system we're headed to. Here it's Arctic toxic. There's absolutely no overlap. That's a shame. This is a pretty good building. Maybe we do that. And the Graviton shielded laboratories will help us get to the other colonization techs. Okay, pretty good. This arc thing is interesting. I just realized we don't have a source of titanium running, and predictive logistics does require titanium to build. So that's a thing of concern. And that's right, we have to care about this. Alright, let's blaze through here before they can slam the door on us. Alright, only 5 turns. You know, our science is coming along already a little bit. Okay, so see, this arc seems to have actually been constructed with the modules that I wanted it to be constructed with. This one says it's up to date, but it clearly doesn't have the essence module on it. Not really sure what's up with that. Alright, so we're pulling in more and more resources from the miners. Alright, let's, There are curiosities here. I mean, we need to probe this way, right? Because we have to find a path this way. We have to at least get to the quest system. But I really want to search these curiosities for them as well. Let's do one. Because this will give them some stuff, some approval for us, and it will also give us some benefits. Let's search the life form curiosity. Sometimes population points, you know? Nope, it was trees. Technically, plants are life. An ancient passenger ship of some bipedal species origin passes right across our sensors. So we can let them drift by, or we can interfere. I think we should interfere. I guess our guy's not going anywhere for a couple of turns. I think we should interfere because I think the rewards of interfering are potentially very great. Alright, so that'll help push us to 75 with these guys quickly. It would be really great if we could get a bunch of minor races basically enslaved and feeding us their essence. It's so much easier than having to come and take it by force, you know? Alright, so you have 0 move for a while. I mean, we can be doing this. Alright, now we have to remember, we do not want to run them out of population. These guys eventually were able to get 1 citizen going, but what we want to do is sort of bounce our leeching fleets around. In fact, it's probably worth it to make a couple of leeching ships now, isn't it? Since we have some more people to draw from. Yeah. Alright, after we finish predictive logistics, we'll get on that. What's the other battle? Huh. Oh, this is super weird. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's still reavers being spawned. This I was expecting. I knew this was going to happen eventually. Alright, just turtle it. Try not to die. You can't retreat, so... I guess we close to short range. Oh, he chose turtle. He chose to start at short range, even though his weapons don't work there. And we also chose to start at short, so that's pretty strange. But I'm certainly happy that it happened. So subterranean or subterranean? Well, it's a tough choice. All right, a little bit of Hyperium. Honestly, if we found a titanium node here, that would be pretty great, because it would give us enough titanium to be able to build predictive logistics on our second system. Maybe I should move the Gouge fleet forward to Lanica. Monica is still bottlenecking, and that way if something crazy happens and our fleet gets obliterated by like 10 medium-sized ships or something, we have a little bit more time to react before they are upon us. Okay, well, I don't feel like I have a strong plan. Alright, what has happened next? Crew watches in amazement is an ancient... Yeah, okay. There's no new text, it's just part 2. So we can loot them. Or we can alter their course, get 20 approval on our systems for 10 turns. Not really necessary, it seems like. Honestly, this has 10 titanium attached to it. I kind of think we have to take that. Alright, so he has his movement points again. I'm going to go ahead and search the last curiosity next turn, and then move. Ah, that's annoying. Just as we were getting really friendly with them. Okay. I don't know, just get out of there. It's not safe over there. Alright, these guys love short, or they love long range. We don't exactly love short, but we can fight it short. Yeah, let's play turtle. Try to engage them at the shortest possible range. Well, we lost a ship. It's not so bad. Alright, well, we're getting there. So we probably ought to put together another leecher or two. Because we really do need to make up an awful lot of essence. Alright, we got another world. Where's desert? Okay. I'll do that. That'll get us 2 new worlds in the new system and also the rest of our levels of curiosity detection. Alright, so they have projectile defenses, which are not super relevant against us. It looks like they're mixing up the weapons. They're kind of awkward at every range. And we have mostly energy defenses, so plus shield absorption is meaningful on us. And we can, I think, feel free at this point to attack at the range that is best for our weapons, since their ranges are so screwy. Okay, there must be a system right here. Like this must run all the way out to here in order for this this blue to make any sense.
Our purpose is to kill.
I'm not afraid of you. In fact, I don't care about you at all. I don't need to reduce the cheat cost during elections. That's not super relevant to me. Alright, well, we're about to have 2 reasonably well put together systems. We could certainly use a little bit more population over here. Okay, the cost for population points is system-based, not empire-based. That's good to know. It's probably worth it to grab a point of population here, right? it's going to effectively be 4 population worth of resource gathering pretty soon. I think it's worth doing this before taking another arc.
Horatio's plans for this galaxy do...
Alright, so we have access to a new hero. A primitive overseer. Wow, that's a lot of industry, man. Plus 8 industry per citizen? His primitive skills seem to be pretty good for governing. It's possible we could use a ship commander, but honestly, even somebody who's going to be a ship commander, I kind of want them to be a governor for a while first, just so that they can get enough skill points to be interesting. So this guy would not be a bad pull. And we also have access to some Guardians. Guardians, of course, have a couple of good industry skills. And I'd like to get another Vodyani, because, seriously, that Vodyani faction skill is completely insane. Plus 40% science, huh? Maybe this guy is a good way to go. He doesn't have that many governor skills, but the ones he has are pretty great. It's just kinda, it can't not be this guy, right? I'm gonna take him. Alright. We have 3 hot worlds that are about to be inhabited, so the plus industry on hot worlds seems like a no-brainer to me. So we know they have at least one system over here. It's possible that they found it that way as well. I guess when we get here, we'll just fire probes down the star lanes. Yeah, I think that makes sense. You know, the Kraber's already threatening us. Maybe we just go over and we leech his population.
Our purpose is to kill. Enough.
They want 500 of my dust. Oh, this is a demand. You know what? I defy your demand. Because I don't think he'll come after us. I think he's too busy.
Your actions threaten the hive, but we fear.
Okay, so I don't know what is up with these pirates. There are so many of them. Let's just engage them at our best range. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how quickly they're coming out, though, right? It's like 3 pirates every 2 turns. And for some reason, they were able to be successful there. Doesn't seem entirely right. It's okay, we'll deal with it. But there's one thing we can do, it's build ships. So now that we're actually at war with this dude, I have really, really no qualms about trying to abduct his population. Okay, increase the amount of science being produced in the galaxy, that'll happen. It's not something I have to think about. So, I mean, honestly, these ships are not outfitted poorly. We may need access to better types of weapons, or like a better class of weapons. Let's just grab some science. We're gonna have to research like better ships and stuff. We're gonna have to research some military stuff too. Get some command points. Not just better ships, better fleets as well. Neither one of these are very exciting. Does Akamar need approval? Nope. Okay, well, I mean, there is a hero present. Doubling XP gain doesn't do nothing, so... Alright, so we have some more worlds. We've opened up a couple of curiosities here. Let's throw those in the queue. So what do I want to do here? We need better ships. We need more command points to take advantage of better ships as well. Let's focus on getting more command points for right now. So this allows the ships to carry extra manpower and gives them a little bit of bonus health. This tech doesn't really do much. Military penance requires 300 essence to use? Really? This is what we have instead of Chain Gang, you know, so we're not pressing population into service, which would be, for us, an unbelievable cost. But honestly, 300 essence is also like a pretty huge cost. Oh, we should get the quest from these guys. Or we should not do that, because we can't. That's fine. We can just buy them out. Actually, we need to give them one more little push, don't we? Okay. Alright, well, he's at full. He'll probably survive the first hit. Long enough to shoot his probes off, anyway. Okay, so we need tanks and command points. Both of these things are very, very powerful. Also, the A2S slugs, very, very powerful. I wonder what it is that would cause these guys to just not be able to offer us a quest. Oh, now they can. Well, I guess let's see what it is and if it has a good reward. Search Harrow with 15 titanium. Nope. Not sending a scout ship to Harrow. Alright, you guys have no short-range combat ability. Let's go short range. Nope, didn't survive. Alright, well, you know, our faction quest is not moving forward, but that's not nearly as crippling as it would be in Endless Legend or something. Here, the faction quests mostly seem to... They get you some interesting stuff, but they mostly seem pretty unimportant. Alright, so we have enough command points now to run a medium-sized ship. We should probably open up one more level of command points. Cloth of Shielding. That's a pretty good shield, right? This also gives us access to the upgraded lasers. You know what? I want upgraded lasers. That sounds great.
Continued friendship with you brings peace to the heart.
Probably what he means by this is that he also hates the Kravers. You know, it's not a bad thing. I'm all down for a little bit of camaraderie. We don't want to be at war with everybody all the time, right? Okay, so those curiosities are in the queue. We'll get to figure out what those are in a moment. You're almost to being able to try to leech some stuff off of him. I'm sure that this ship will get chased off pretty quickly, though. That is a very low cost. Alright, so let's brainwash these guys into giving us some of their essence. Just shipping it to us, I guess. So if I negotiate a truce with him, he won't be able to attack my ship here, right? Will I be able to leech his guys? Probably not, I'm assuming. Oh. I was? I was the first to win 10 battles? That's weird. I mean, what it is I was the first to win 10... Wow. That's... I mean, it's brave. I was the first to win 10 battles and also get to the level of research where I had the D available. Okay, so Akamar needs to build something of interest, something valuable. I don't really have a huge amount of stuff to build here. This is still pretty bad, although it's... I don't know, it's less bad than it once was, I guess. We have a lot more points of exploiting population now. Yeah, sure. It's fast enough to build. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so we have a passive income of essence that's starting to get like pretty okay. We could do better, obviously, and we will have to. But we're in the right place a little bit at least. So the results of our lifeform searches, we found collateral damage, which is a fine battle tactic. And a trap. Ah, that's where that shuttle came from. It attacked our ark. Well, I don't know what he thought he was going to accomplish, but I hope he felt brave as he died, you know? Alright, so we'll pick up 3 more command points, and then we probably need to get one of these. So these things require strategics. The attacker requires titanium. We should probably go ahead and research it. We just got to get our titanium situation figured out, is all. Yeah, at this point I don't really think it matters who we support. The people have made their decisions. Search Pollux with 100 dust. Man, what is it with the...
Actions and words do not bring solace to the heart.
I'm not convinced the AI has any idea when it is losing a war. I feel like it cannot be the case that every AI player we meet is constantly losing a war. Just doesn't make sense. We are about to gain a lot of science on this coming turn. We've got to get to arc output and pick up Fidus or Fatia before we can really make the next set of warships. This is just a random reaver. Oh yeah, abduct his population. That's fantastic. That'll show him.
Horatio remains
Feel free to
appreciative
concede.
of your attitude and is always ready to lend advice.
I like the fact that you respected our sovereign space in our dealings with Horatio. We never had an opportunity not to respect his sovereign space, really. Okay, so we are ecstatic in Akamar. And I guess it's time to start producing ships again. Well, let's update our designs, right? We picked up some new tech. Better class of... Oh, you know what? We picked up a better class of basic lasers. So these do 12 DPS. Oh, that's beam. Yeah, these are way cooler. So actually that didn't... Researching new lasers didn't really help me there. But we have picked up some interesting stuff. We don't have any antimatter... we don't have a source of antimatter. So I don't really want to put that on. A plasma intensifier could replace the bit of shielding, or the bit of hull plating. 20% extra damage is... I think that's really pretty significant. Let's go for that. And let's make some ships, because we're out of ships. We could really use some. Alright, we have some decent money now. We can start trying to rush stuff. Nope, we don't have any strategics on the planets that we're inhabiting now, so this doesn't feel that great. We're probably going to be converting some alms into essence here in the near future. Maybe I should make a scout ship and try to get it over here to take over Pollux. The thing is, it's so cheap to... it's so cheap for us to brainwash a faction once we've got them to a full bar. Alright, this is a random shuttle. We don't have any weapons, though. So we'll just absorb some damage from him. Yeah, it'll take him a while to kill us. In the meantime, maximum leeching. Let's get as fat as we can off of these dudes. So we're going to be able to make another arc pretty quickly, thanks to this. And they're actually gaining population. This Craver resource output, man, is absolutely crazy. Honestly, our war with Blue might be over just because I can't figure out how to get over to him without getting all my ships destroyed.
Horatio's plans for this galaxy.
Yeah, if you're going to offer. Don't tell me that a thing might be happening in the near future. Alright, well, we can use the dust to really accelerate the growth of the next arc, probably. I think that might be the best thing to do. That's an extra 55 per turn. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. Alright, more command points. So now we could actually run a decent-sized fleet. I don't know that this is necessarily enough to make us successful in war, but it's at least a start. Alright, we did it. We got there. Again, it's a little bit less exciting for us than it is for some other factions, but it's still very good. Alright, let's go ahead and make this. It's not great, but it is certainly something. Why did I stop at 4 ships? Give me 2 of these. Yeah. Let's go to our command point limit before we take the fleet anywhere. It's a good idea to have a lot of extra firepower. It reduces the chances that you will get completely owned. Alright, so this is now a full meter. Brainwash these dudes. Alright. I feel like this is a little bit more like what it was supposed to be at the beginning of the game. In terms of speed of essence gain. Like, we should have been able to have some arcs faster, I think. Having a hard time finding... Having a hard time finding our miners and stuff, I think really hurt. I don't know what is up with this, like, incredibly damaged shuttle that keeps running away and then coming back and then running away and then coming back. But let's have this arc. So we now have access to more of the planets in this system. Still no industry to speak of. Well, we need titanium. It's going to have to be a titanium system. So here, the titanium is, an abundant deposit. That's actually really good. And over here, what do we have? A poor deposit. Okay, well. That wasn't that hard of a decision. Oh, hey, there's a curiosity we could throw on the thing here. Throw into the queue. Alright, so we're one ship short of a full fleet. I've had people say that about me a lot, actually. We may as well pick up the ability to colonize Toxic while we're pushing to finish unlocking this tier. Do we really want... Yeah, we probably really do want the influence, actually. Okay. We have a reasonably powerful fleet. Let's head out here and see what we can see. And I feel like we've finally gotten our, what do you call it? I feel like we've finally gotten our system expansion under control. Bringing in a reasonable amount of essence. Strangely, the Cravers have not done anything to defend Pollux. Have we picked up any... No, not really. I was going to say, have we picked up any new tech that would be good to build here? We might want to throw this on. This will give us enough approval to get us up to ecstatic, which is a fairly significant bump in resource output.
Your actions and words do...
You know what? If you give me more information, I could probably help you better. Alright, apparently we are suffering from some serious approval issues over here all of a sudden. Not 100% sure why. We'll go look in a minute. Alright, so I mean, it's not terrible. What happened here? The Super Tax Act is actually... it's not really bringing in that much money relative to our treasury anymore. It is actually starting to be a lot of unhappiness. So, our total population is 8, which makes our laws really easy to keep up. We don't really need dust all that badly. I kind of think, let's just do this. Let's go for some extra science on top of our extra science. So there's not really anything I can do about the vines, short of severing their connection to the homeworld by invading planets behind them, right? Okay, well, things are going pretty well. Do I want to go... that's not a bad building. It's actually kind of a great building. What's it cost to build? It's expensive. I'm kind of all over the place, tech-wise here. Not really sure what I'm doing. I was going to try to win a more military game. Then I got kind of stymied. You know what? I don't have to decide this right now. I'm gonna give this a good long consider. And that's gonna be where we call it for today. We are rapidly approaching 4th arc. It'll just be a couple of turns. So that we'll be able to actually finally pick up Jovanus. I might go for Ukta first. But the important thing is, we're finally gonna have an actual empire. Oh, look at this! Is that his color? Because there are two different blue players, right? The Riftborn are the darker blue. So there's a player out on this side who is starting to encroach. Alright, well, stuff to consider next time. So yeah, come back next time. I'm gonna continue trying to recover from my pretty horrible start. I don't really want to get into a thing with the Unfallen. Hopefully they won't get touchy about me being near their vines. But we're going to see if we can maybe put a little bit more pressure on the Riftborn. And by a little bit more, I mean like basically any, because that's not really something I've been doing so far. Yeah, so come back next time for that stuff, and we'll see you then.